Buen día.
Hello, how are you? Welcome to Sobal class. As you probably seen, we have some new students. Yes, hi Marcos, Gustavo, Diana. We can see Maria Dirlige.
You have to learn to speak a little bit of Croatian in order to pronounce my last name. It's
Yeah, you didn't know it was Croatian, sorry.
Yeah, it's okay.
Very nice to meet you.
It's a pleasure to meet you too.
Nicole. Hi Nicole, are you there?
Hello. Hi, good morning.
Hi, good morning. And there's Leticia as well.
Yes, hello.
Hi, very nice to meet you.
Thank you. Nice to meet you too.
Okay, so you should be receiving, the new students, an email shortly as we speak with a copy of the book, the Lawyer's English Language Course book. Yes. So today we're going to see Unit 8, yes, which is Modern Letter Writing. Yes, for those who are not accustomed to the class, basically what we've been doing is, this is a preparation for the TOLES test of legal English skills, the foundation start. And we've been doing different units, and I understand that the Colegio de Abogados, let me unmute Cecilia, from now on has allowed you to participate of different classes, and today it's basically modern letter writing. So once for the ones that already know me, so we got another new student, which is Andrea and Matthias.
Hello.
Hi, Andrea.
Sorry.
Hay un montón de gente nueva, profe.
Yes, that's what I was telling you. So basically, they've let me know from the Colegio de Abogados that they put some different type of classes. So I understand that some of you are participating of modern letter writing, and as well some others are for business, the contract law classes and business law. So yes, as I was explaining, well, welcome to all the new students. Like I would like you to give me a very brief background so that you present yourself, and we already know with the other students, with Gustavo, with Diana, with Cecilia, that they have been previously here, but we got quite a few new faces. So if you would like to tell us a little bit very quickly about yourself, that would be great. Andrea? We can't hear you because you're muted. Can you listen to us, Andrea? Andrea Lem?
Yep, sorry. I have a little problem with the sound. Hello, good morning, Paul. My name is Andrea. I study English a lot of time of my life. I take the summer course in Oxford, and very interesting in England, the legal English. There I practice the English, the legal English, the English law. There, I don't know what you want of me.
No, a little presentation. Well, so excellent. So you've been studied English in the past, and you've been to Oxford to study some legal English as well, as you say. So you got some experience. Excellent. And Maria Dirle.
Hello, good morning, everybody. Well, I am a colleague and I am a mediator too. I work a lot as a mediator, and I am a professor at the university, National University and Catholic University, in alternative dispute resolution and in mediation too. The reason why I took this course is just to start to remember all of the vocabulary that sometimes you lose, because I am in touch with some colleagues from abroad, and sometimes there are specific, words that when you are talking you don't remember, and I would like to remember that and to share just this space of talking among all of us, so you can start to remember. And I learned many English many, many years ago when, since I was a child, of course, but I really learned it when I got a scholarship and I went to the United States and I lived a year over there. And I got my senior high school in the United States. And then because after I married, some family are living in England, and so we travel a lot and we have friends from all over, from Canada, from the United States. So that's me.
Excellent. Thank you very much. And Nicole Curax. Sorry if I pronounced it wrongly. Hi.
Hello, how are you? Well, I'm a lawyer, and I'm really interested in taking this course to be able to acquire new tools from the legal English. Throughout my labor experience, I have been reading some contracts in English, so I would like to acquire new vocabulary for being able to succeed as a lawyer.
Excellent. And we also have Matthias.
Hello,
Matthias.
Federico.
Hi, nice to meet you, Matthias.
I'm a lawyer from the University of Belgrano. I'm working on the criminal court file of San Isidro. I am studying English since 2023, so I don't know legal English, but I want to learn new things.
Excellent. Well, welcome to the course. And I think we also have Leticia.
Yes, hello.
Hi, Leticia.
Hi, nice to meet you. Well, my name is Leticia Evangelista. I'm a lawyer from the University of Buenos Aires. I work in a buffet of lawyers with contracts, and I need to specialize in English, so that's why I'm doing this course. And also, I'm a teacher in the University of Buenos Aires. The asignatura, no sé how you know how to say, is contratos civiles and comerciales. So I need to learn more about that in English too.
Okay, excellent. Well, so welcome to the course. Welcome to this new chapter, let's say, of TOLES course. Well, here we've got Cecilia, that has already been here, Gustavo, Marcos, ¿quién más estaba? Y Diana. Uno de los chicos que todavía no apareció. No me acuerdo el nombre ahora. Pero teníamos otro de los chicos.
Lautaro.
Claro. I'm sure he will pop up at one point. Anyway, so I don't know if I don't know if you have already now received the new students an email from the Colegio Público de Abogados containing a copy of the book. But basically, we'll be working on Unit 8, so modern letter writing. For the ones who already have the book, please let's open the book at modern letter writing, which is Unit 8. This is, I have to say, it is a boring unit of the course, but it's actually very useful. Yes, because it helps you to know certain expressions of how to start to write letters, which is something as solicitors or lawyers we tend to do a lot. Yes. So can you confirm the new students if you have received the email, please?
I didn't receive it.
Uh-huh,
I
you have
didn't
received it.
receive it, please.
Receive
Okay.
it. I think I can download the.
Sorry?
I think I can't download the adjuntos.
El file.
You can't download it.
Exactly. I can't.
I have just received. I have just received the material.
Okay.
Yes, me too, recently.
¿Lo recibieron? ¿Lo pueden bajar?
Yes, no problem.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Sorry. Okay. Give me a second. One. So let's open the book at Unit 9.
Oh, but,
Unit 8,
no.
sorry.
What page?
I think it's from the one you received is page 293.
I'm sorry. I
Yes.
tried to open right now, and I thought I was not going to have any problem, but the archivo is let me see. Hold on. So it's HTM, and I can't open. I have to receive on another way, just
Can
PDF.
you?
PDF. No, I can open. I can open.
You can?
I can't.
Can you please contact the Colegio de Abogados? Because
Okay,
this is
I will.
that
Okay, I will.
Exceeds
Trata
me.
de, perdón, porque a mí me pasó lo mismo, descargarlo todo desde el mail directamente, todos los archivos juntos. Uno por uno no los descarga.
Wait. Okay.
Okay.
I will say.
So some of you have been able to open it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So yes, if you have a go at that, in the meantime, what we're gonna try to have to do today is to have a look at the layout of a letter. Yes. So how do we write a letter? Yes. And where do we put each part of a letter? Yes.
Profe, perdón. Lo
Yes.
tengo en WhatsApp, que lo habíamos enviado al grupo que tenemos de TOLES
Sí,
2025.
sí, yo se los envié de ahí también al colegio, pero lo que pasa es que yo no tengo los mails de todos los chicos.
Por ahí si alguno me quiere pasar su teléfono, se lo paso ahora. No sé a quién es el que no lo
Ah,
tiene.
Bárbaro,
Claro,
Dios. Ya lo paso en el chat. Te lo paso en el
iba a proponer
¿Quieres pasármelo rápido y ya te lo paso?
Es
11
11 5014
Sí.
727237.
Bueno, ahí te llegó mi mensaje, ahí te lo paso. Perdón, profe, que interrumpa la clase.
no, gracias, me reayuda. Pues la verdad es que me enteré hace muy poquito que teníamos alumnos nuevos y después me di cuenta cuando estaba entrando que no iban a tener el material, así que se lo envié al colegio y se lo enviaron como pudieron, la verdad.
Iba a
Ahí te
proponer
tiene-
lo mismo que Diana.
Ahí te
Okay.
avísame cuando lo recibas, por favor.
Sí,
Listo.
I received it, but I don't. I received your contact, but not the.
Ahora sí.
Perdóname, este lo puse en el chat, en mi teléfono.
¿Alguien más lo necesita?
Dame,
Sí, ahí
Diana,
te
por favor.
Perdón.
¿Ves mi
Matías, ¿vos
teléfono?
tampoco?
No, no las puedo abrir los archivos. Lo bajé como zip y todo y no lo puedo abrir. Ahí en el chat te puse, a ver.
Ahí te lo
Perfect.
estoy enviando.
Perfect, Diana, gracias. Thank you.
You're
Es
welcome.
bastante pesado, por ahí tarda un
Yo
poquito.
también pedí al colegio que lo reenvíe.
¿Alguien más? Ya está. Se lo envié a 2
Sí,
personas.
¿a mí me lo mandaste, Andrea?
¿Tu celo
¿Lo
termina en
tienen todos?
8628?
95. Es que está ahí 15 58 58 88
No,
95.
se lo mandé a Matías. En el chat no veo tu teléfono. ¿Me lo dictás, por favor?
Sí, 15 58 58 88 95.
Ya te paso.
Dale, gracias.
Perfect.
Gracias, Diana.
Okay. Do we all have the material now?
Yes.
Yes, excellent. So for the ones who just received that book, it's at page 293, Modern Letter Writing. Yes, and it talks about the layout of the letter. You'll see that it says exercise 1, and then if you turn over the page, you're going to have exercise 2. And we're going to see two different ways, basically in a way that a letter can be written. Yes. Now it says, if you have a look at it, it says in exercise 1, look at the layout of the letter below. This layout is used when you're writing a letter on a blank sheet of paper. Yes. So you've got a blank sheet of paper. If you turn over the page to page 294, it says in the exercise 4, the layout is used when you're writing a letter using your own headed paper. Yes. So the difference will lie, yes, if you're writing on a blank sheet of paper or on a headed paper. Does anyone know what headed paper is?
¿Con membrete?
Claro. Yes. You know, so if you, for example, if you work for a big law firm, for example, if you are working for La Universidad Católica as Maria, yes, you will see that when they print a letter, it will come with the logo and the address and the telephone numbers and contact details of the company that you're representing. Yes, so for example, Marval o Farrell y Mayral va a tener su headed paper, Allende Ibrea tienen su headed paper. I don't know, big law firms tend to have their own headed paper, yes? And every now and again, we'll see it more often, yes? But if you're writing on your own, you might not have your own headed paper, and so you will use exercise, you know, the layout of exercise 1. Does it make sense? Any questions on the two different types of letters that we will see? Is
No,
it clear?
it's clear.
Okay, so if you'll have a look, you've got the salutation exercise 1. Yes, below the heading, you've got the key vocabulary, if you want, or the parts that we need to complete, and you've got the salutation, the date, the complementary clause, the body of the letter, printed signature block, the signature, the recipient's details, the sender's details, and the subject line. Yes? So do we all know what that means, or shall we have a look at what they might sing? The salutation. What do you think is the salutation?
Maybe point D, number D, in the letter below.
Yes, but what it is actually in D. Yes, so very well done for spotting it. Yes, it is in D, it goes in D. But my question is, what is the part that starts with
Like
there?
it's like
Yes.
a greeting.
Dear
¿sí?
someone.
En Argentina utilizamos estimados, por ejemplo. ¿Sí? Bueno, in English, you will start the letter with Dear Mr. Johnson, or Dear Judge, or Dear Professor, or Dear John. Yes, we will see the different types. Yes, but remember, it's the part that starts basically with Dear. The date es el día. Yeah. The complementary clause. Anyone knows the complementary clause?
I don't have any idea. No.
So we call the complementary clause to how do we end the letter? Yes, to close, think of closing. Yes, I'll remember because of that.
When you say sincerely or something like that.
Your sincerely, kind regards, best wishes. You know, the different ways you can end the letter. Yes, saludos cordiales, maybe in Argentina, sí, o sí, en otro particular, saludo a usted muy atentamente.
Yours.
Yes, complementary yours. Okay, excellent. So that's the complementary clause. So salutation, saludar. Yes, in Spanish I remember because como saludo, querido o estimado. ¿Sí? Complementary clause, think of a closing of the letter. Yes, that is how I remember. So each of you, I'll comparto con ustedes lo que me ayuda a mí, but you might use a different one. The body of the letter. Yes, the body of the letter, as you know, indicates it's the main part of the letter. Yes, what you actually want to write about. Yes. The printed signature block. After the signature, you put your name. Yes, in block capital. Federico Cincota o José Pérez o JP, whatever. Yeah. The signature es la firma. The recipient's details and the sender's details. So who will receive the letter is the recipient, yes. Senders, el que la manda, yes. So the address and the details. And the subject line, basically, with, you know, in a letter we tend to write it in bold, eso significa en negrita, yes.
El resumen.
Es el título, so la idea es that you read subject line and you will know what the letter is about. Bank charges, for example. You'll know that the letter will be in relation to bank charges. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Does it make sense, this? Any questions?
Sorry, the
It's
subject
not
line
the,
is the referencia.
Sorry?
yes, this is.
It's what the letter is going to be about. Just
Yes.
resume.
It's the reference. Es el asunto en el mail.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so now that we know what this letter means, or these words means, when you go to A, which is on the top right-hand corner in exercise 1. Exercise 1, remember, is you don't have a headed paper, so it's maybe Federico Cincota writing to HSBC. Yeah, let's think like that. So this, in number A, what would you think that you will include on the top right-hand corner? It says A. Will it be the subject line?
The recipient's details.
The date.
I'm sorry, the sender's address.
The sender's address. The sender's address. Exactly.
Oh.
Subject line is the sender's details. I didn't understand subject line.
So if you no, the subject line is basically it's a summary of what the letter will be about. ¿Sí? Como el asunto del mail. ¿Viste? Que pones como un pequeño resumencito. Por ejemplo, si te escribe, if the bank writes to you in relation to bank charges, the letter will say bank charges, for example.
But which is the difference between reference and subject line?
No, it's the same.
Okay, perfect.
Exactly the same, yes. Reference is asunto en español.
Okay.
So, sorry, in A, yes, you're going to put the sender's details. Yes, so if I am writing the letter, if Federico Cincota is writing the letter, it will be, say, Federico Cincota, calle 65, 321, La Plata, provincia de Buenos Aires. Yes? In B, what would you include in B?
The date?
Is subject line.
No, the date. Well done. In English, we've got the sender's address, yes. Then you put the date below the top right-hand corner. Yes. And then in C,
Recipients details.
Recipients details.
recipients details. Yes. So the address of who you want the letter to be sent to. Yes. If you're sending the letter to HSBC, you will put, I don't know, maybe bank manager, HSBC, 18 law for close, what for, whatever. Yes, the address. Then we mentioned that in D, we're going to put the salutation. So, dear John Smith, dear, yes?
Yes.
And below in E, it is where you're going to put the subject line or reference.
Okay.
Yes. Now, to be honest, I will tell you that it is interchangeable. You can either include the subject line before the salutation, and some people put the salutation and below the subject line or reference, if it makes sense. Yes. So that is preference. Yes. Me particularly, I like the salutation and then the subject line. But that's me. Yes. So if in the exam you would go in a different way, that is acceptable. What about F? You can see a big bold square, big bold rectangle, which is the biggest rectangle. So what do you think you're gonna put in there?
The body of the letter.
Body of the letter. Of course.
Indeed, the body of the letter. So the letter itself. Yes. So then we come more towards the end of the letter. So you've already written your letter, yes? And what we're going to write about.
The complimentary clause.
Indeed, the complimentary clause. So your sincerely, kind regards, yes? The complimentary clause. And then we have the last two, and we got the signature and the printed signature block.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, so we tend to sign and then we put our name below it, if it makes sense. Yes.
Okay.
Does it make sense? Any questions in relation to this?
No.
No?
No.
Excellent. So have that handy. Turn over the page. Yes. And this one is very, very similar. So if you turn over a page, we're going to go into exercise 2. Yes.
Which
and
page?
this page
Which
294.
Ah, okay, the same one. Yeah.
No, the one was 293.
And now?
294, the next one.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. So if you go to exercise 2, yes, the difference is that this layout is when we're using a headed paper. Yes. So if you're writing probably from your own law firm, Marcos Ruiz y Asociados, yes.
Okay.
Y le pones abajo Carlos Pellegrini, piso tal, teléfono, oficinas, Washington, New York, no sé, lo que fuera. O Marcelo Pellegrini y la matanza. Dubai. Okay, so that is when you use this one. What is going to be the big difference there? If you think about it, what information are you including in the headed paper that you will not need now that you included before?
The sender's address.
Indeed. Well done, Diana. Yes, because when you tend to have a headed paper, yes, it's gonna provide that information if it makes sense. Yes. Does it make sense?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, of course.
Okay. I was trying if you wanted to see a letter with headed paper, basically. I was fine. One. Give me a sec. Well, but you'll know what I mean. Okay, so what are you gonna put in? Let's see if we got one. You got one difference there. Yes, you got the salutation that we saw, the date, the letterhead. Yes, we haven't seen that one. The complementary clause, the body of the letter, recipient's details, reference, subject line, printed signature. Well, so you've got different things in here. You've got the subject line. You've got a reference, which for these purposes will differ, Maria. Yeah. So in the previous one, subject line and reference was the same, but here it will have a different meaning, and I will explain a bit. So we got the letterhead, yes, which is what we just explained. It is the example of, you know, the logo, including the details of the firm that you are sending the letter from. Then here you got reference, yes, because here's the reference. It relates to when you work in a big institution or in a big law firm, for example, yes, and you send a letter and you got 5,000 lawyers working in there. The law firms, in order to identify their internal correspondence, when they send a letter, they will put reference and they will ask you to quote their reference on every correspondence that you send to them. So I'm going to put, yes, if I'm writing, my reference, yes, and you put something, and then you put your reference in case the other person also uses a reference, yes, when he communicates with you. So let me get an example of that. Give me a second, and I will show it to you. I got one here. So right there. That's right now. I needed to make sure that. So share window. Can you see now?
Yes.
So you'll see that I've got my headed paper. Yes. So this information is there. You got the address, the telephone number, and we put our reference. Yes. Whatever. Your reference in case they want to use a reference. Yes. And then the date. Okay. So
Okay.
that is what we're referring to. Okay, let me go back. So in exercise 2, what do you think is going to be included in the first thing?
The letterhead.
The
Me.
letterhead, indeed. Well done. Yes, the letterhead. In B,
¿No iría ahí la referencia? ¿O vas todo en el letterhead?
no. The
La
reference
reference.
is no. The letterhead does not include the reference. Yes.
Okay.
Then you're gonna in B, you're gonna put the date.
The date.
And below the date, the reference. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
If you do it the other way around, that is how it's generally done. In B, then it is exactly the same as in exercise 1. In D, you're gonna put the
Recipient details.
the recipient's details, the person who is going to receive the letter. Then you've got the salutation and the subject line. that, remember, they are interchangeable. Yes, so you can
Yes.
either put the subject line before and then the salutation. Then you've got the big rectangle, which is the
Body of the letter.
body of the letter,
G.
and how it continues. The
Like the
last three.
same, like the last one, right?
Exactly. Which is I'm trying to go over it so that you'll remember.
Is the complementary clause,
The complementary clause.
the signature, and the printed signature block.
Exactly. Well done. Yes. So the only thing to remember in difference is that once you have a letterhead, you don't need the sender's address, and you will tend to include a reference. Yes. Makes sense? The
Yeah.
reference, it's an internal, basically, communication for the company. Yes, it's so that when they receive it, they can actually get to the person or the partner or solicitor that is working on the matter quickly. Yes. Otherwise, they need to start sending emails to 5,000 employees. Who's this letter for? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Any questions from this? No?
No.
Remember, don't. I'm sorry for the students that started today, because today's class, it's a bit boring, as I said. Yes, because it's all about writing letters, and it's not really the most exciting one. But we'll try to make it as exciting as possible. Yes.
Okay.
So now you might think about dates. Why do we study dates? So if you go back to the next page, 295, or it is a different page for the ones who have the book. Yes, you follow me. Yes, it says dates can lead to problems. Yes, that's true. Do you know that, well, generally in Argentina and in England, at least in England and Wales, first we write the date, then the month, and then the year. Yes, but we know that in the US, they don't work like that. They put first the month,
Wow.
then the date,
Yeah.
and then the year. So as long as it is over month 13, you can figure out which one it is. But el 12 del 12 or el 1 del 12 can lead to confusion, because you don't know if it refers first to the month or the date. Does it make sense? Okay, so that's why we study it. But that's why it says, that dates can lead to problems. This says there isn't a right or wrong way of writing the date. You can choose the style that you prefer, but you must remember that the American writers write the name within the month first, then the date, and then the year. English writers put the date first, then the month, and then the year. Yes,
Just
so you
like
got the
us.
example there. Yes,
Like us.
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Britain, in that case, is the only thing that they didn't do differently. Yes, anything else it's different. But in this case, it's the US. It's the US who write the month before. Yes, so you got there. You see US, month, date, year. UK, date, month, year. Yes, so you got the example. Yes, in the US, you put 5, 8. Let's call it 2020, 2025. And in the UK, you put, 8, 5, 2025. Yes. And we're talking always about 8 May. Yes. You can see how it can lead to confusions. Okay. So it says, exercise 1 says, look at the following ways this date, 8 May, yes, can be written, and decide whether it has been written in the American format, US, or the English format. Okay? And I couldn't thought that you could write the same date so many different ways. A to K. No?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Leticia, number A. What do you think? It is UK or US?
Okay.
It's UK. Well, I don't know.
UK. Yes,
Yeah.
well done. 8 May. What about Marcos B?
B, I think it's
US.
you say you say
USA. Very well done,
USA.
US. What about Nicole C?
USA, can it be?
USA, because you got May. Yes, the letter. So May. What about the Maria?
UK. UK.
UK, well done. Well done. What about Diana E?
UK. No,
E?
sorry,
No, no.
USA.
US. US.
US. US.
Because
Okay.
the month is May. Yes.
Gustavo, what about F?
F, UK.
UK, well done. Matthias, what about G?
UK. UK.
Yeah, United States, or I don't know, US. US.
Which one? G, I'm asking G. La de G de gato. ¿Qué te
US.
parece? ¿Cuál te parece? US?
I don't. US. I think.
But why? Well, let's think about it. Let me go
Or
with you
you.
and let's see why. So what did we say the US right first?
Day, month,
Day.
and the year. No.
The UK. But the US and en Estados
It's
Unidos,
true.
USA,
UK.
they write the day, the month first. Okay? And here in G, what you got? The date or the month first?
The day.
The date. So,
She.
and what
Day.
way? UK. Yeah. Does it make
UK.
sense?
Yeah. It's true. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, UK. Excellent. Cecilia, what about H?
US.
US. You got the month first.
Yes.
Andrea, what about I for India?
I think that UK.
UK indeed, you got the date first. Yes?
Yes.
Leticia, la J?
UK.
UK. And Marcos, K, the last one?
Yes.
The last one,
Yes.
USA.
USA, excellent. So basically, what you need to identify, if what is it? Have they written the date or the month first? Yes, you needed to remember that you're always looking for 8 May in this case, yes? So that was the la consigna, yes, the exercise one, the 8 May. But well done, yes? So what you will see, yes, is that because all of them, this might lead to confusions, the advice that we give is that you actually write the month in full. So in that way, there's no confusion whether you're writing in UK or US. So if you write 8 for the day, the number 8, and then you put August, June, July, yes? If you write it, there will be no confusion. See what it says at the end of 295? Our advice is to always write the name of the month in full. For example, 8 May 2020. Abbreviated dates can cause real confusion. In the UK, the modern format of writing dates no longer includes any punctuation. For example, modern writers put 8 May 2020 instead of 8th th, yeah, made, comma, okay?
Okay.
So
I
the
have a
modern
question
way of,
here.
yes,
Cuando dice no longer includes any punctuation, punctuation
ujú.
¿a qué hace referencia? ¿A eight?
¿A cómo?
¿A qué
Point,
hace
A la
referencia
coma,
puntuación?
bueno, es
¿A que no
a la
puntúa?
th, a la coma.
comma,
Ah,
point.
ok. Gracias.
¿sí?
Bien.
So, la idea es que we will see, the idea is to talk plain English, so and to try to get away from legalese and old English, although we will see a lot of it in this unit. Yes.
Okay.
So remember, yes, what you need to remember from this, if we need to make a summary, yes, is that in the UK you write the date, the month, and the year. In the US you write the month, the date, and the year. Because that will lead to confusion, the advice is to write the month in full, either January, February, all the months, to write it in full. You can either write it in the US, but if you put May 8, 2025, yes? And if you write 8 May 2025, it will be in British terms. Does it make sense?
Yes.
Excellent.
¿Te puedo hacer otra pregunta, profe?
Sí, por favor.
En el I, que es May 20, ¿por qué es UK? En el I.
¿En cuál,
I for
perdón?
India.
En
El
el
I.
I es US.
Ah, ok.
Perdón,
No,
me
E
dijiste el
is
I
you.
en inglés y yo te contesté el E for echo, por eso estaba mi mente en
Claro.
inglés. Vos me estás preguntando por el I, después de la
Sí,
T.
y de India,
El
sí.
I es UK porque tenés el día primero, 8 May.
¿En el I hay un 8? Yo
Sí,
tengo...
Sí, 8
Sí.
May 2020.
8 May 2000.
Ok, ok. Gracias.
Okay, no, por favor. Any other questions? Please feel free to ask me any questions you want. Yes, because this is the time to learn. So ask me all the questions. If you don't understand anyone, please feel free to ask. Yes. No se sientan que no pueden preguntar. Por favor, pregúntenme lo que necesiten. Que yo buscaré distintas maneras, okay, de enseñárselos. Okay. Okay, let's turn over the page.
Federico, just only a short question. In UK,
Yes.
they used to write correct first the day, then the month, and then the year. But as far as I remember, the month they don't put in short words. If they have to write October, they write October. For example, 8
Yes.
October,
Yes.
and then the year in numbers. But they
numbers.
write. I think that the most usual, regular way is like in the exercise would be number B, or all of the other ones they use to. All of the examples that we
For
see,
me, the best example is the one you either can have the example at, let me find it. 5, where está?
H-A-E-A.
5 agosto, no. 8, el I, que tenés
Exactly.
8 May
Exactly.
24.
Exactly.
Yes, that
This is what I
that
said.
is
Yes.
the one
Yeah.
that you should try to follow, basically.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes. This is what I thought that was, the best
But
way.
if you're but but if you're writing, for example, if you're writing in American, because you might write a letter to an American, you would write in C.
Yes,
C.
exactly.
Without the comma, I would do it, for example.
One
Okay.
question. One question. When you write date, a month, and year, the preposition is on.
En what, acá estarías escribiendo solamente, depende. This
Claro.
contract was signed on the 8th of May 2025.
Claro.
Yes, ahí sí. This contract was signed on the day, te van a decir. Yes? Pero acá
Gracias.
estabas hablando de cómo,
Sí.
here what we were talking is how to write it for the letter. Yeah.
No, sí, entiendo.
Excellent. Okay, let's turn over the page. Go to salutations. Yes, is the word that starts with dear. Yeah, so how do you start the letter? Estimado doctor, or yes. So it is the part that the letter that always start with the word dear, querido. This should be the easiest part of your literary conference real problems. Yes. Now this is the problem. There are a lot of things to learn here. Yes. So you can see, depending the recipient, it is the salutation. Okay. So I'll read them, and they will all look the same, but I will explain. So recipient, the recipient of the letter is a law firm, company, or an institution. Yes. Salutation, dear sir or madam, or dear sirs. A man. So the recipient is a man, name unknown. No sabemos el nombre. Dear sirs. Woman, name unknown, dear mother. A person, name and sex unknown, dear sir or madam. Man, name known, dear Mr. Thorley. Woman, name known, married, dear Miss Radcliffe. Woman, name known, single, dear Miss Singh. Woman, name known, marital status unknown, dear Miss Pinto. Married or unmarried couple, name unknown, dear sir or madam. Married couple, name known, dear Mr. and Miss Clarkson. Unmarried couple, names known, dear Mr. Rice and Miss Matthews. Two men, names unknown, dear sirs. Two women, names unknown, dear Miss Dames. A person, name and particular title known, dear Dr. Gregson, Judge Fawkes, Professor Silvestri, friend or colleague, dear Allison. Now you might be wondering how I will remember this. Very difficult. Yes, we tend to forget a lot, not all of us. So what I'll do here, yes, I basically draw two lines, but I will tell you where. So it starts with recipient, a law firm, man name known, woman name unknown, a person name and sex unknown. Yes, I draw a line there. Yes, and you will see that the salutation of all of them is either dear sir or madam, dear Sam, or a combination of both. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, then we continue for the next line. I'm going to do man name known, woman name unknown married, woman name known single, woman name known marital status unknown, and then we draw another line. And you will see that you've got Thorley, Radcliffe, Sign, and Pinto within the two lines. Does it make sense?
Yes.
And then you go all the rest, yes, just dear sir and madam, and so on. So in order to remember a little bit this, yes, is we need to think. The first thing that they want to know is basically is, do you know their names? Yes,
Okay.
there's a difference in there. If you don't know their names, yes, basically, which is a law firm, you know, name unknown, women unknown, person names unknown. Those are not unknowns. Cuando no sabemos lo mismo en español, think about it in Spanish, yes? When we don't know, decimos a quien corresponda o estimado director o medio general. En este caso sería dear sir or madam, estimado señor o señora, ¿sí? Y después is dependiendo, depending if we know it is a man or a woman, because in a man you will use sir, and in a woman you will use madam, yes? When you don't know anything, name, sex, dear sir or madam, and when it is a company institution, you got dear sir or madam because you don't know if it is a woman or a man, and you put as well dear sirs, estimados señores, could be either all, yes? Both are correct. Does it make sense, a bit more sense now that bit?
Yes.
When do we use them? Yes?
Yes.
Okay.
Consulta.
Sí.
Entonces, el plural de madame es mesdames.
Mesdames, sí, mesdames.
Mesdames.
Y el que está abajo de todo va empezando por el último al tercero para arriba.
Gracias.
Two women's names unknown. Yeah.
¿Y esa palabra es usual? ¿La emplean?
No really, es only in the letter.
Es rara, ok.
Sí, sí, creo que es francesa. En
Unusual.
realidad.
Una raíz ahí, latina.
Qué sé yo, eso debería ser que sepas que son dos mujeres dueñas, no sé, estás
Desconocidas.
hablando de, no, dueñas de la, no, porque puede ser que las dos sean dueñas de una compañía y que
Claro.
sean dos amigas y que, viste,
Sí.
estén, no sé, sean la figura, entonces sabés que son ellos, les mandas a ellos. O sea,
Pero lo mejor que le puedes decir a una mujer es señorita, Mrs. A ella la
Bueno,
quedaría.
ahora viene esa parte que es si es married, single, and status, married and known. Okay. Bueno, in the second column, in the second bracket, yes, so we divide it into three this, yes. So in the first one, basically, you don't know their names. That's how I understand it, yes. In the second one, you do know their names, yes. So you got man name known. So dear Mister, ¿sí? El Mister es para dear señor, ¿sí? Señor y después el apellido, Thorley, Cincota, Ruiz, Vargas, Curax, ¿ya? Women es un poquito más complicada porque tenemos if it is married, single or unknown marital status. Okay. When she is married, todos son pronunciados bastante parecidos, salvo el Mrs. Yeah, so, Mrs. Okay. So, MRS when you know she's married. Yes.
Mrs.
MRS when you know she's married. If you know she's una señorita, como dijo Diana, es Mrs. M-I-S-S, que se pronuncia Mrs. Yes. Es ahí sabes que no está casada. Cuando no sabes, que es always the safest thing to say, MS. Okay? This is what they will explain below. But basically, because you don't know generally if she's married or not, you tend to use MS. Okay? Sometimes you can say by their age, if you know, if she looks like really young, you will say Mrs. Yes? Does it make sense? So the man always Mr. The woman will depend on the marital status. Married MRS. Niña, llamémosla señorita, Mrs. MISS. And the safest of all, MS. Miss. Any questions from there?
Just to check a pronunciation about mesdames, that is a French word,
Mes.
actually.
Yeah,
in English, you pronounce it mesdames. You pronounce the S. I don't know this. Why I am asking.
It's a bit difficult, I have to say. I will need to consult with my wife, who's English. How would she? I would pronounce mesdames. I would say mesdames.
Mesdames. Mesdames is a pronunciation in
French.
French.
It's in French. But
But, I think that the Madame, because it's the French, and I don't know if they translators.
But Madame.
I need to see phonetics, to be honest, for that.
But
Yes,
Madame. Madame and Mesdames, both are French words.
Yeah.
Both of them.
Yeah.
Yes, in French, yes, it's a Madame. Yes, Madame.
Y al hombre
No,
cuando
but
es
one
joven
is
no se le puede
madame
decir
and
algo.
yes, madam. No?
Madame.
Miss.
But the English, for the English, no? It's very important for Mrs. or Miss. What do you want I to you call no? Or this Miss or Mrs. Ever they want to we clear. It's very in British when I take the fly. I'm sorry. I know practice English, so varios años. But it's very important the definite if you are what how you want to tell a Mrs. or Mister or Miss. It's very
Yes,
important for the.
yeah.
Sorry, I don't practice English. I'm study French. I'm study Italian, and I lost my English.
Yes, it is important for them.
Yes, confusing, but it's important for they are very formal, they're polite, I say.
Sí, sí, they love it. They love it. They love it. And then, well, moving on to the last part of the salutations, yes, which is basically the rest you've got here. Married or unmarried couple, name unknown. Married couple, name known. Unmarried couple, names known. Yes, so there the difference is if you're married or not, basically. Yes, and if you're a couple or no. So you got
And if
the
you are a
married or
lady
unmarried.
or you are a boy.
Yes.
If you are a boy,
Married,
means
well, married or unmarried couple, name unknown. Well, so dear sir or madam. Yes, that's easy. Married couple, name known. This is why you say, dear Mr. and Mrs. Clarkson. And something very odd, siempre se pone al varón primero acá, ¿no? Fíjate. Y la mujer toma el apellido del varón, por lo general. ¿Sí? Como son las culturas sometimes, ¿no? Because, for example, my wife took my surname, so she's now Fiona Cincota, yes? Ella no le gustaba la idea, she didn't like the idea of belonging to someone, ser de Cincota. The de for her was to belong. I said, well, for me, it's more that you actually adopted it. You know, it's strange how mind thinks. Anyway, so that's why you're gonna have dear Mr. and Mrs. Clarkson, yes, because it's you know, in this you see here unmarried couples, and you know the names, dear Mr. Rice, so he's Mr. Rice, and Miss Matthews, yes. They kept separate surnames because they're not married. Yeah. Two men, names unknown, dear sirs. Two women, names unknown, dear mesdames. A person, name, and particular title. Yes, so here the important thing is actually the title. It's professor, doctor, judge. Yes, so dear doctor, dear judge, or dear professor, and Gregson, Force, and Sylvester will be their surnames. Yes. A friend or a colleague, dear Alison, their name. You don't use their sayings. Dear Maria, dear Diana, dear Andrea. Yes? So I hope I brought some light into how I remember these kind of things. Yes, I don't know. Do you have any questions?
No.
No? Look, here is a warning about writing to women, the use of Miss, Miss, and Mrs. It basically explains what I've explained to you. Yes. So if you have a look at the end, it says in the last paragraph, second sentence, the mother title or of MS, so Miss, is the preferred form of address by many women in the UK and in the USA, and it is a safe form of title to use if you don't know much about the recipient. Yes, that's why I said to you, yes, that is, you know, when you're writing a letter, and generally, well, I don't know if you know their marital status, you know, but if generally you don't know, so you would use MS. Yes, so remember, for a lady, una señorita, Mrs. MRS, Miss, for when they are married, and MS for when you don't know. Yes.
Okay.
Any questions?
No.
Profe, ¿esto importa para el examen? ¿Puede llegar a sumar o a restar?
No. Esta unidad, yo les voy a decir, no es de las más que más te testean. Sí, ustedes han visto, you've already seen a lot of letters, yes, and you've seen all these bodies of letters, how they were written, and so on. But this is an important unit. Well, we need to go through it because it is in the book, yes. But it is very useful. Like I use it on a daily basis. I have these books next to me. Whenever I need to, what is the salutation? Look,
Como básico.
something, yes. I'll go back. You'll go back a lot, and it will help you because they're gonna give you a lot of vocabulary of how you start the letters, initials. You will see later on. There are certain phrases that we use a lot, and the tone of the letter and
The
so on.
references.
Yes, it's something that you use on a daily basis because you're always writing emails or letters, basically, as solicitor lawyers. Yes, so it's something that it's actually really useful. Okay, any other
Perdón.
questions? Sí, perdón.
Sí, con respecto al examen, lo normal que ellos toman, ¿qué son? ¿Escritos o toman alguna parte de gramática específicamente como el English normal de first o lo que sea?
No, bueno, no sé si ustedes no es que te quiero desalentar, pero bueno, ustedes no formaron parte de las partes que van a rendir el examen. Pues todos, you're more
No,
than
no,
welcome. There's a
yo
lot
porque
on
lo empecé
your
en
own.
el summer course de Oxford, me explicaron en ese momento
El
cómo
TOLES.
era. Y claro, todo. Y
Mira.
ahora me olvidé.
No, bueno, el examen es nowadays it's online, yes, and it's basically a lot of no te toman gramática en el sentido except for prepositions.
Claro,
Yes,
eso es lo que...
except for prepositions, that is the only place where they're talking about gramática. It's the idea that you understand the concepts of, we'll see tort law, employment law, we'll see contract business law.
Okay.
How, if you understand how to start a claim in a civil court, the difference between solicitors and barristers,
Yes.
that kind of things.
Okay. Now this course I take it because say okay, I need to start again to English, practice English, and this was the best work for me.
Excellent. So yeah, look, let's move on now to the next page where it says 297. It says American English. Yes. So for the salutation in American English, you can use the word gentleman. Yes. American English follows the same rule as above, but when writing to a law firm, company salutation, gentleman is often used. If you use this, do not put the word dear before gentleman. So very different from the UK. We say dear to everything here. If you do use the word gentleman, it will be for the US and without the dear. Yeah. And then the other difference that they have is that they put a full stop for the titles. So after Mr., Professor, Doctor, en Argentina también pondríamos prof, el puntito. Ven, dear Mr. Adams. Mr. tiene puntitos. Si ustedes van al salutations from page 296, you will say, dear MS Pinto, dear Mr. and Mrs. Clarkson, but the Mr. and the Mrs. doesn't have it full stop.
Okay.
Does it make sense?
Yes.
¿Sí? Hay un puntito en todos cuando vos escribís en American, after del Mr., Mrs., Professor, Doctor, que no están en el salutation del British English. It's a very small thing. The most important thing to remember, to be honest, is that you can use gentleman in the US rather than dear sirs. Yes?
Yes.
But you don't put dear. So what I want you to remember from here is don't put dear if you use gentleman.
Yes.
Okay? And that you can use gentleman in the US, but not in the UK.
Okay.
Okay.
And in UK, we never use gentleman, dear gentleman.
Not in the letters. You might
Okay.
say it out loud when you go to give a speech.
Okay.
Yeah. Email language. The email language follows the same rules that we just seen. See, so your first email to a person should follow the salutation rules that you just learned. Now, but the difference is that after having an email conversation, yes, you don't need to continue using a salutation, yes, as it is basically unnecessary, yes. Then it tells you that in some countries, dear colleagues is used when writing to a law firm. However, we don't use dear colleagues when writing a formal letter to UK recipients because it is not considered to be acceptable. Yes.
Wow.
You can use this in an email if you want, as it is more informal. But no, acá no está, estimados colegas. Yes. So something that would be very common, for example, for Argentinians to write, estimados colegas, no? Bueno, over here now. So it is important. You can see the differences. If you will need to write a letter to the US, it will be different to a letter to the UK. Yes. That's why you can see las implicancias de esta unidad, if it makes sense. Yes, it helps you a lot with that. Okay, so
And
exercise 1.
Federico, I'm sorry, but
No,
you say that if you have to write to someone in UK, you don't have to say dear colleagues. But if I have to write to colleagues to send an email, how do I call them?
Bueno, will you know them? No, don't know them. Are they? You need to start asking the questions. Who's the recipient that you see at page 96?
A firm. It's a firm in
A
London.
law firm.
A law
Dear
firm.
sir or madam or dear sirs.
Okay.
Unless, for example, you know the colleague. If you do know the colleague and she's a friend of you, you might say, dear Alison.
Okay.
Yes.
But no dear colleagues to UK. Okay.
No. That we never use. Okay, exercise 1. Yes, this write the correct salutation to start your letter to each of the following recipients. So the example is done the first one is done as an example. Example, John Smith. John Smith is a new client. Yes, so you don't know him well. Yes, that's the idea. Dear Mr. Smith. Make sense?
Yes.
Yes. Excellent. So A. Vamos a empezar con Gustavo.
Miss Slater. There, Mr. Slater.
So sorry, what Gustavo? They were later, a new client. You don't know if she's married.
Yeah. There, Mr. Slater.
Yes, and how do you can you spell Miss so that I know that you said sorry? Excellent. So the
name known, marital status unknown.
Excellent. 10 puntos. Yes, that's the correct procedure of thinking. So we don't know. First of all, she's Deborah. Well, we know probably Deborah is una mujer. Say. So we're gonna say we don't know if she's married. We said that if we don't know if she's married, we were gonna use MS. Remember, it's the safest way to refer to a lady in the UK when we don't know her marital status. So, dear MS Slater. Yes? Make sense? Okay. B. Andrea Alem.
Sí. Maria Garbana is a lawyer in America. Dear Dr. Gabbana.
Sorry? It says Loeb and
Dear,
still solicitors. You don't know which solicitor is going to dealing with this case.
I know, D o C, sorry,
B.
because it's very complicated en el teléfono buscar todo. Se me complica.
El B. Loeb,
Ah, el
Loeb
B,
and
el
still
B, el B.
solicitors.
Ahora sí, el B. The lowest still solicitors.
You
Do
don't
you
know.
know
It's
what
like,
the solicitor is
you
going to
don't.
be?
Yeah.
Dear Mister.
Dear Mr. What?
Yes.
Third one.
No pude bajar el archivo, entonces estoy complicada con el celular yendo y viniendo para arriba y abajo.
¿Cuál
Dear
sería el recipient de la página 296 acá? Which one would be the recipient of page 296?
Is dear. Ah, a ver. Perdón, tengo que bajar todo. Muy incómodo. No, se me complica porque tengo que bajar y subir con el celular y se me mueve el
Low and
celular.
Still Solicitors son abogados, es una firma de
Sí,
abogados.
Solicitor es una firma de abogados, sí.
Okay, yes. Okay. But so you don't
Pero,
know which
pero hay
solicitor.
una forma y es la que no, la que no puedo encontrar arriba porque voy para
Y
arriba y
anda
se
al
me pierde.
principio, y si vas al principio de todo, donde dice recipient, law firm company or institution.
Acá
Porque
está.
esto sería.
Dear sis, ahora sí. Se me va para arriba y para abajo. Entonces, dear, ay, Dios. Dear Sears. Ah, no,
Dear
dear
sir, sí, both of them.
sirs.
Both of them are
Sí.
correct. You can either say dear sirs, or you can
Yes.
say dear sir or madam.
Oh,
Yes?
yes.
Both are correct. Well done.
Sorry,
Yes?
but pienso que la semana que viene ya voy a tener el libro, pero acá es muy incómoda. No, se me va para todos lados.
Bueno, el C, so C, Matthews Schmidt, a familiar client. You're on good terms with him. Yes? So, Cecilia.
For me, it's dear Mr. Matthews Smith. Or
If you're on good terms, you trust him like a friend or colleague.
dear, only the
No?
name. Dear
Claro.
Matthews.
Dear Matthews. Yes, well done.
Ace.
Dear Matthews. Yes. Excellent. Matías. What about D? It says Maria Gavana, a lawyer in America.
Dear Miss Gavana.
Dear Miss Gavana. And Miss, how would you spell it? M-R-S, M-I-S-S o M-S? MS. Well done. Yes, we don't know if she's married or not, so safest MS. Dear Miss Gavana, well done. Yes. What about Diana E, Rebecca Wallis, and Patrick Donahue? New clients, brother and sister.
Dear Mr. and MS. Or dear sir or madam? No, because they are known. Dear Mr. and MS. Dear sir and madam.
Estoy convencido, tenés los nombres y apellidos.
If they are known. unmarried couple, dear Mr. and MS.
¿Por qué Mr. and MS what? Mr. what and MS what sería? That's on the right track. Pero no
I
sé
think
cómo lo vas a terminar.
dear people.
People, dear people.
Dear,
MS, Rebecca Wallace, and Mr.
okay, you have to say the name. Dear Mr. and Mrs. Donahue.
No, they are
Dear
brothers.
Mr. and Mrs. Connor sería si están casados.
Sister and brothers. A mí.
Yes, there are no,
Pero déjenla de
for
porque la
sure
idea
there are no married.
yo los hago pensar un poco, porque esta es la idea, porque cuando más
Okay,
se
I
piensa,
put Mr. and Miss because in unmarried couple names, no, they are dear Mr. Rice and MS Matthews. So I think
okay, pero
You have to say the surnames.
but
yes,
here is brother and sister, so it would be the same as an unmarried couple with a name known, ¿no te parece?
unmarried couple with the name unknown.
Dear Mr. Wright and dear Mrs. Matthews. So dear Miss Wallis and Mr. Donahue.
But they have the same, but if pensé que tenían el mismo apellido los dos Donahue, como eran hermanos.
No tienen otro apellido, uno, no sé, pues son
Perdón, leí mal.
hermanastros, qué sé
Mi
yo.
dislexia.
Por
Okay,
eso te
so
dice
it's
Rebecca Wallis and
dear
Patrick
MS
Donahue.
Wallis, sorry, dear MS Wallis and Mr. Donahue.
Exactly, por eso te seguía por ahí, porque sabía que estabas en the right track. No, tienen
Thank you.
Rebecca Wallis y Patrick Donahue. Nos dicen que son hermanos, serán hermanastros, no sé si tendrán el mismo padre
They
o no
are
tendrán el
not
mismo
married.
padre. No lo sé, pero por eso Miss Wallis and Mr. Donahue. MS Wallis en este caso, porque tampoco sabemos si está casada. Excellent.
Federico, one question. Because I complete before Diana give us the answer. And I put dear Mrs. Rebecca Wallace and Mr. Patrick Donahue. I put the names.
Bueno, generally we say dear Mr. y el apellido. Hasta ahora nunca pusimos nombre y apellido. Hay veces que hay personas que lo hacen, pero bueno, lo normal es poner el apellido solo.
Ok, así que me recomendás que solo sea el apellido.
Sí.
Está mal,
sí.
ok. Mal lo que hice.
No es que está mal, pero no es lo,
No es lo correcto.
no es lo que se acostumbra. ¿sí?
Gracias.
No es lo que te vamos a enseñar acá. F. Martin Barley. Diana María. Martin Barley, a doctor.
Dear Dr. Martin Barley.
Dear Dr. Barley.
Dear Dr. Barley, without Martin.
Without Martin, yes.
Okay.
Dear Dr. Barley.
Okay.
RSGK, HSBC, para mí, Bank PLC. You want to write to the legal department. Nicole.
I believe it's dear sirs.
Dear sirs is excellent. You can also write dear sir or madam. Yes, both are correct. Perfect. What about H, Marcos? The tool hire company. You want to write to its managing director.
Okay. Managing director. We don't know if he is or woman or man. We don't know. Maybe if they are self.
Bueno, pero you want to write to the managing director, o sea que no son ahí señores. Podría ser uno solo, ahí no podría ser plural.
Okay.
So, la otra versión rather than dear sirs, basically. Vos cuando decís dear sirs, por lo general puedes decir dear sirs or dear sir or madam.
Yes. Yes,
So,
of course. Dear sir or madam.
porque vos no sabés si es hombre o mujer.
Okay.
Yes. Pero vos estás queriendo hablar con uno de ellos. Por eso no
Con uno.
podés decir dear sirs. Eres el
Okay.
managing director. Él es mujer o varón. Bueno, ahora por quizás alguna otra cosa, pero.
Yeah.
Okay. Make
Okay.
sense? Make sense?
But what is the answer?
Dear sir or madam.
Dear. Okay. Okay.
No podrías utilizar dear sirs, que es la que vos quisiste
Okay.
usar.
Okay.
But the other two. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. I for India. Jeremy and Patricia Simpson. New clients. They are a married couple.
Okay.
Leticia.
Okay, dear Mr. and Mrs. Simpson.
Bueno, yes, excellent. How do you write that, Mrs.?
MRS.
Yes. Yes, so dear Miss Simpson. Pues Mrs. pareciera que dijeras MISS. Yes.
¿Y cómo es la pronunciación? Perdón, what's the
Sí,
correct
es
pronunciation?
difícil. Esta es Miss.
Ah, okay. Mr. and Miss Simpson.
Yeah. Mr. and Miss Simpson.
Okay.
Excellent. Well done. Bueno, a ver, Nicole, la J. Bella Robson. You know she's married and she uses her married name.
I believe dear Mrs. Robson.
Yes, that Mrs.
MRS.
MRS, so dear Miss Robson. Excellent. And the last one, K. Lautaro, buen día. Estamos en página, estamos en Unit 8, que es de Modern Letter Writing. Estamos por los salutations. Bueno, anyone want to do number K? The last one, owner of Links Limited. You know it is a woman, but you don't know anything else about her.
Dear madam.
Dear madam, well done. Yes. Any questions with this? ¿Sí? ¿Cómo les resulta? A bit tricky, a bit boring. ¿Me engancharon la mano un poquito?
No,
¿Sí? No.
no.
Bueno, ¿qué es lo que no entendés? A ver, Cecilia, te lo vuelvo a explicar.
No, no es que no entienda, pero hay que prestar mucha atención, o sea, como tener esta tablita
Sí, la tenés que tener al
como
lado cuando
muy
vos la
claro,
resuelvas.
sí, volverlo a internalizar, esto evidentemente en algún
Bueno, pero igual
momento,
no te vuelvas loca que esto no es no es que vos lo tenés que saber realmente todo para
no,
el examen esto, ¿eh?
no,
Esto
bueno, pero
es, en realidad es para saber, y la verdad
claro,
es que esto, cuando escribís la carta, te pones el libro al
sale
lado, o sea
solo,
que, sí,
ok,
no, te pones el cosito y ¿a quién le estoy
sí,
escribiendo? A ver, ¿sí? La
sí,
conozco, la
entiendo que
conozco, está casada, no está casada. Las
entiendo que
preguntas para mí pasan if you when I made that division and you got like three basically columns, yes, tenés tres columnas, la de recipient, salutation y después que las primeras, la primera parte que es dear sir, dear madam, yes, which is when you don't know their name, yes. And then the difference is if you do know their name, yes, you need to use Mr. y el apellido. Y en el caso de la mujer tenés que saberlo dividir en tres. Puede ser que esté casada, MRS. No está casada, MISS. Y si no
SS.
sabes, MS. O sea que ya ahí te reduje todo este quilombo en tres
Sí,
cositas.
sí,
Y después vas a ver si, bueno, están casados, no, son todos los distintos, que bueno, cuando tengas un título que es de doctor, de profesor o de juez, cuando hay un título usás, un título
Lo
de
pongo.
nobleza, lo
Claro.
pones. Y
Sí,
siempre
sí, sí.
utilizás, y después tenés que saber si estás o no estás casado y el marital status, esa es la parte más difícil.
Sí,
Si
sí,
la
sí.
mujer está casada y utiliza el apellido del hombre, es Mr. and Mrs. Incota. Si
Ujú.
no, va a ser Mr. Cincota y Mrs. Vargas.
Ok, sí.
Y siempre apellidos.
Gracias por el Mrs. Profe, consulta. El doctor para el abogado nunca, nunca en inglés.
No, acá
Bien, bien.
no, porque
No
acá
se
no
usa.
existe el doctorado.
Perfecto. MS o Sir. O el nombre si es de
Mr. o
confianza.
Mrs. Sí, exacto. Gentleman, Estados Unidos, no dear gentleman, yes. Y en el
Ladies.
email básicamente seguimos la misma estructura, same structure, same rules, except that you don't need to write always dear, if you're on a chain of emails. Yes.
Yes.
You will write it always on the first email, and if you haven't written for a long time, but if you're exchanging emails, you know that sometimes you exchange with a colleague, blah, 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 dear, 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 dear. Okay, let's...
Una consulta.
Sí,
consulta. En el ejercicio B tampoco existen doctores.
Sorry, en el ejercicio B no existen...
Doctores. Es doctor.
El Dr. Gregson, por ejemplo.
Claro, pero en plural. D-R-S. No existe.
No, because no. Dear doctors. Yes, doctors. Sí.
Only singular.
No, doctors. Dear Doctor Cincota, Vargas y...
Yes, and Vargas.
Sí.
Can I write doctores?
Si le estás escribiendo una carta a los 13, if you're writing a letter to 2 or 3 people that all are doctors, yes, you can say that.
Acá en la lista no está doctores en plural.
No está, pero porque no está el plural de doctores, pero como decir profesores, qué sé yo.
Y PhD, sí, ¿no? PhD, las maestrías
Sí,
que más se suelen
PhD,
poner.
sí.
Claro.
Sí, esos son los títulos.
Si es que uno lo sabe. Gracias.
Okay, let's turn over the page now to complementary clause. Okay, I'm trying to see because I was hoping to make a 5-minute stop at some point, but we lost a lot of time at the beginning. So, because 3 hours continuously, it's a lot. I have to say. It's a long class. Well, let's go for complementary clause. Yes. So page 298. Okay. Now, this is when you end the letter. Remember, you've got the body of the letter, you wrote the letter, and you're gonna close the letter. Es sin otro particular, saludo a usted muy atentamente, saludo a usted atentamente, ¿sí? Saludos cordiales. And here you have the salutation and the complementary clause. Yes. So you've got dear sirs, dear sir or madam, you're faithfully. Dear sir, you're faithfully. Dear madam, you're faithfully. Dear sir or madam, you're faithfully. Dear sir and madam, you're faithfully. Dear Miss Dams, you're faithfully. Dear Miss Thorley, you're sincerely. Dear Miss Radcliffe, you're sincerely. Dear Mrs. Syme, you're sincerely. Dear MS Pinto, yours sincerely. Dear Mr. and Mrs. Clarkson, yours sincerely. Dear Mr. Wright and Miss Matthews, yours sincerely. Dear Dr. Gregson, yours sincerely. Dear Judge Fox, yours sincerely. Dear Professor Silvestre, yours sincerely. Dear Allison, yours sincerely. Así que también van a decir, ¿cómo me acuerdo de todo esto? Muy fácil. Vamos a de vuelta a hacer a line. We're going to draw a line after dear Miss Dams. So, todos los yours faithfully and then line yours sincerely. Where is the difference? Why do you, in one,
If you know or don't know the person.
the name, the surname. Excellent. Yes, you figure it out by yourself. So if you do know the surname, basically, or the name is somehow you know them, you're gonna use yours sincerely. When you don't know their name, you're gonna use yours faithfully. Yes?
Yes.
So let's have a go. Write the correct preliminary exercise 1. Write the correct complementary clause to end your letter to each of the following recipients. Remember, if you know their name, you need to add yours sincerely. If you don't know their names, you must end yours faithfully. So first one, that as an example, dear Mr. Smith, yours sincerely. Lautaro, ¿estás ahí? ¿Te animás a hacer la primera? Estás muteado, no sé si nos escuchás. Lautaro, ¿estás? O... no. Bueno, empezamos con Leticia entonces. Dear MS Slater.
Yours sincerely.
Excellent, well done. What about B? Marcos.
B. Dear sir or madam, yours faithfully.
Excellent. What about C? Nicole.
Dear Matthews, it is yours sincerely.
Excellent. What about D? Maria.
Hold on, that I lost. I lost the exercise. Which is the
Dear Miss Gabbana. D.
yours sincerely.
Excellent. What about E for Echo? Diana.
Dear sir, yours faithfully.
Excellent. Matías. What about F?
F, your faithfully.
You're faithfully. Well done. Yes, well done, Matías. What about Cecilia, la G, G?
Yours sincerely. Pardon,
Excellent.
Mr. and Mrs. Simpson. Yes,
Excellent.
yours
Well done.
sincerely.
Vamos, muy bien. Andrea, dear Judge Barney.
Dear Judge Burley, yours sincerely.
Excellent. Sincerely.
Sincerely.
The last one. I for India, dear Madam. Gustavo.
Yours faithfully.
Yours faithfully. Bueno, este les resultó fácil, veo. ¿Sí? Lo entendieron todos.
Yes.
Okay, excellent. Any questions from what we've seen up to now?
No.
No? Excellent. Bueno, next page, 299. After this, we're going to stop at least 5 minutes because I need to have a coffee. Because 3 hours is a really long time.
Okay.
Yes, please.
Yes. We'll take 5 minutes. We'll have a recess, and then we'll carry on. American English. Yes, so the USA. In American English, the close to the letter often depends on how formal the letter is. So if you got divided into very formal, formal, and less formal, more personal. Yes. Very formal, respectfully yours, yours respectfully. Formal, yours truly, truly yours, very truly yours. Yeah, so con yours. Less formal, more personal, yours sincerely, sincerely yours, sincerely. Email language, yes. Kind regards, regards, best wishes, yes. You don't need to use such a formal way of ending your emails. Polite, acceptable ways of closing your emails are kind regards, regards, best wishes. Okay. Different in a letter, we use a lot your sincerely, your faithfully. So there is a little difference in email terms between writing an email, how do you close an email, and how do you close a letter. Okay? And you got as well So I want you to know that, yes, because it's generally in an email, it's very unlikely that you see yours faithfully or sincerely, unless it takes the form of a letter, really, the email. And maybe you're writing to a law firm and you don't know who's receiving. In that case, yes. But otherwise, kind regards, and best wishes should suffice. Yes. Any questions?
No.
Excellent. References. María, esto es lo que vos me preguntaste quizás hoy, más al comienzo, y yo hice la diferencia. I made the difference between, when you have the headed lettered paper and when you didn't have the headed lettered paper. If you don't have the headed lettered paper, you're never going to use a reference. This is an internal reference. So the subject line was what the reference of the letter, if it makes sense. In the headed lettered paper, we got the subject line or reference of the letter, but you also got these references that are below the date. Yes, remember? And we, for example, in mine, I'll show you, mine it said Flamini, I remember. Yes. So you're going to put our reference. If I got a letter from Zincot Advisory from my firm, I put our reference, and it might be 01, the apellido of the client, the year, 2025. In big law firms, you're going to see a long number, which is basically, it's a quick way of finding the letters internally. It's a way of organizing the post of an internal law firm, yes, of a big law firm, basically, or a big institution, yes. I'm sure that, when you write to, I don't know, when you write to court, you got the case number. It's exactly the same, yes, so that they can identify quicker, yes. So most law firms include a reference on the letter so that they can quickly and easily identify the lawyer dealing with that particular matter and the corresponding file. Yes. So for example, Ricardo Calini may use his initials and number to identify his file like this: RC 112 113. Yeah. In his correspondence with other lawyers, he will include his reference like this: my reference, RC 112. This will usually appear under the date block in the letter. If you receive a letter from a lawyer which states a reference, you must remember to use this on your reply. You can also include your own reference. Let's say that Francesca Sattini is replying to Ricardo. Yes, the references on the letter might look like this: your reference RC112, my reference FS 3.4R. Yes?
Okay.
Does it make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Excellent. So what we're going to do now, we're going to take 5 minutes. Yes?
Okay.
And we'll reconvene. I'm not going to go. I'm just going to stop the video for 5 minutes. And yeah, I don't know, have a coffee or do what you need to do. And we'll reconvene in 5. I'll start in 5, yes?
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
See you soon.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Hello? Hello?
Hello, Federico.
Hi. Are we back? Are we back? Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so let's move on to subject lines, which is the next page. Yes. So it says, read these questions and answers and try to memorize the information. Yes. So what is a subject line? It's like a heading to a letter. El título. Do I have to include a subject line? Yes. Yes. Modern style of writing always includes a subject line. Why do I have to include a subject line? The idea is that when you see it, you immediately will know what the letter or the email will refer to. Yes. You know when you receive an email, yes, y tiene un asunto. You know, if the asunto relates, you know, if you see the asunto and they wrote something on it, generally it should relate to what the email will be. Yes, the idea is that you can easily know, as I said to you, for example, if the bank is writing to you and say bank charges, yes, or interest rate, you know that it relates to interest rate. It might either go up or down. Yes. Bueno, where does it go? Yes. It says the subject line can either go. Remember that today I told you they are interchangeable. Yes. So for me, I put first the salutation and then I put the subject line. But many people put the subject line first and then the salutation. Okay. So A, above the salutation, for example, sale of share in Moon Limited. Moon Limited, it would be the name of the company. Yes. We know that because it says LTD, yes? And then it says, dear Mr. Price, or between the salutation and the first paragraph of the letter. This is the one I use, yes? Dear Mr. Price, then sale of share in Moon Limited, okay? I have sometimes seen RE, yes, before the subject line. Should I use RE? RE means regarding, yes, so en referencia a, ¿sí? Sería. Modern letter writing don't use RE, yes. Many partners still use it. And so it depends as well. This is the truth that sometimes you'll see it, yes, in letters, writing with others. Now, what we are teaching now is not to use it, yes. Now, the subject lines is in bold, en negrita le escribimos siempre, ¿sí? Para que sea, you know, immediately visible. So it's very visible. The question is how long or what do we need to write there? Yes, that is a question of balance. Yes, you don't want to write too much because it's too long. You don't want to write too little, yes, because you might not references to what it needs to be referenced to. Does it make sense? So there, to be honest, it's a question of balance. Yes. So you see, it says no. RE means regarding. The more style does not use. So contract between Miss Bracken and Miss Orders, it's okay. RE contract between Miss Bracken and Miss Order, no. How much detail? Very little. Yes. The subject line should be short and concise with just enough detail to allow the reader to know that what the letter is about. Catering contract between Mr. Bracken and Mrs. Orders. Catering contract. Too little information. Yes. Contract between Miss Bracken and Miss Orders concerning the catering arrangement for a reception on 8 July, which was not fulfilled. Too much information. Yes. So a question of balance. Yes. So what I want you to remember is this. Yes. Do I need to include the subject line? Yes. Where do we include it? Remember, it's interchangeable. You can put it before or after the salutation. You don't put RE. We put it in bold and negrita and with the right amount of information. Yes. What is the right amount of information? Well, that's up to you. Yeah. It should be.
It's a balance.
It's a balance. Yes. Now we'll see now in exercise. Any questions from what I've explained?
I have
No.
one. I
Yes,
have one.
please.
I have
Please.
from the beginning that
Yes.
at the beginning of the class you mentioned that reference and subject line is almost the same thing, but
Well,
there is a difference if you write to a letter to UK or if you write a letter to US. So now I don't remember when you have when is this difference when you write a letter to UK. I'm sorry, or to US. Because
no, but what I try, what I mentioned.
up to now, for me, it's the same thing. So please,
No, I like to explain. I'll explain
okay,
again. So when you started asking me, we were seeing exercise 1. Yes.
yes,
And in
at the
the
beginning.
first exercise, which is where you don't use the reference, yes. So
Yes.
the concept of subject line and the reference of the letter is the same.
Mhm.
Es el asunto, lo que nosotros diríamos como asunto en el mail.
I
¿sí?
know.
Por eso para que vos lo entendieras, lo explico en español para que quede claro, para que vos lo entendieras, yo te dije que subject line and reference ahí significan lo mismo.
Ajá.
¿tá?
Okay.
El concepto, ¿se
Ujú,
entiende? Sin
ujú.
embargo, justo la palabra reference, yes, en the next type of letter, que es con headed paper, la utilizamos, pero hacemos ahí cuando decimos la referencia, no es el subject line, que podría ser, sino es la referencia interna de la correspondencia del law firm. Es ese subtítulo que yo le doy.
Dentro del law firm.
Sí,
Ajá.
dentro del law firm, es para encontrarla, ¿se
Ujú.
entiende? Para que la carta vaya al abogado que está dealing with that matter. Yes?
Okay.
Entonces a
Okay.
eso le dicen reference. Pero el concepto de subject line and reference o asunto en un mail es lo mismo. Es de qué se trata. Justo en la otra, cuando vimos la otra, tenés la palabra reference, pero que tiene otro sentido, otra connotación, en la connotación del el correo interno de quien la vaya a recibir. ¿Se entiende ahora?
Entonces, perdón, reference sería el asunto y subject line sería como especificar dentro, por ejemplo, contract about something, y la subject line sería doctor tanto, que es el que específicamente tendría que recibir esta información. ¿Es así?
Creo que no. El reference, subject line, para que entiendas un subject line, entendelo como asunto. Igual a
Perfecto,
asunto, cuando vos lo pones en
perfecto,
el mail. ¿Sí?
perfecto,
Porque
yes.
de hecho, el subject line es el asunto que vos escribís en el mail.
Ok.
¿sí? Ese asunto, para mí, en español, significa también a referencia. ¿A qué se
Referencia.
refiere la carta? Pero yo te hago esta distinción. Eso es en el concepto. Cuando te digo reference en inglés, en un headed paper, I'm not talking the salutation. ¿Me entendés? I'm talking about the internal way that you might have to find that letter. Entonces vos le pones algo para que te la referencia. Yo le voy a poner, por ejemplo, si el juicio es contra Flamini, le pongo Flamini, por ejemplo.
Perfecto.
¿sí? O Federico Cincota, cliente 1, Flamini 2025. No sé.
I know.
Eso es
Okay,
para mí.
perfect.
¿Se
Perfect.
entiende?
Perfect.
Perfect. Okay. Any other questions? No?
No.
Okay. So we'll carry on. Page 301, exercise 1. Here are 3 subject lines. Look at the first paragraph of the following letters and write in the correct subject line. Yes, so you've got outstanding invoice dated to June 2025. My client, Jig Harrison, and your client are Dickens. And C, 46 Nightingale Way, Birmingham, BH54RF, which is the postcode. Yes. So letter 1. Yes, letter 1. Nicole, would you like to do it?
Yes, letter 1. Dear Mrs. Hargaves, I have been instructed by Guy Harrison in connection with a dispute between Mr. Harrison and Richard Dickens. I understand from my client that you act for Mr. Dickens. I will go with 1B. My client G. Harrison and your client R. Dickens for the subject line.
Excellent. Excellent. Well done. Yes. Does it make sense to everybody, or anyone does not understand why?
Oh, perfect.
Let me know. Now, what about 2? Matthias. Letter 2.
Dear Mr. and Mrs. Rojas, I'm pleased to inform you that HFRC Bank has now formally confirmed its mortgage offer, and we are now in a position to proceed with your purchase of the above property.
C, 46 Nightingale Way, Birmingham.
Could be.
Yeah. Excellent. Well done. Yes. So for the ones who don't know, yes, a mortgage is una hipoteca. Yes. So the bank basically has wrote to this person to confirm that they offer them a mortgage. Yes. And they are now in a position to buy the above property. Above property is actually that one, the one they mentioned, the 46 Nightingale Way, Birmingham. Yes, that's why they say the above property. Excellent, well done. And what about C, Marcos, letter 3?
Letter 3, dear Mr. Lancaster, I note from your records that our invoice number 422 in respect of website design service remain unpaid. The sum of 753.50 pounds was due on 2 August 2020. And the answer is letter A.
Yes, outstanding invoice dated
to June 2020.
Excellent. Yes, so that would be the subject line. Yes. Any questions? Anyone has not understood something?
Oh, it's perfect.
Yo tengo una pregunta, profe. En la letter 2, entonces el subject lines sería el domicilio de la hipoteca. ¿Estaría en negrita?
No. En el letter 2 sería el B, donde dice my client, mi cliente, G. Harrison.
Perdón, hablo de la
3.
Claro, que es la C, la opción C. Letter 2, opción C.
Letter 2 es la opción C.
Ahí, este sería el domicilio del inmueble objeto de la hipoteca, ¿estoy entendiendo bien? Iría en negrita.
Exactamente, sí.
Thank you.
Cuando vos vas a comprar una casa, ¿sí? El subject line siempre es la dirección de la casa que vas a comprar.
Gracias, Roger.
Gracias.
Excelente. Bueno, vean el recuadrito. Have a look at the last rectangle. It says la email language. Yes. So, incluso María, the subject line should go in the subject box at the top of your mail. El asunto. ¿Sí?
Yes.
Use the same amount of detail that you would use in a formal letter. It's
Perfect.
exactly the same. Yes.
Okay.
Perfect. Okay.
Excellent. Okay. The body of the letter. Turn over the page. Dice acá donde viene un poquitito más de cosas. Pero no, esto es para information as well, yes? So, read these questions. Esta hora es, ¿qué vamos a escribir? Ahora llegamos a la parte en que hay que escribir la carta. We got at the point that we now need to write the letter, yes? So, you got this, what we call, at the end it says protocol. You ven? Purpose, register, order, clarity, accuracy, layout, and length. Basically, that is something for you to remember when you're writing a letter, what you should pay attention to. What's the purpose of the letter? What's the register of my letter? The order, am I being clear enough? Am I being accurate? Do I have a good layout of the letter? And the length, is it too short? Is it concise? Is it too long? Yeah. So when you're writing the letter, have a think. Why are you writing this letter? Yes. What's the purpose of your letter? You should think about this throughout your letter and make sure that it is clear to the person who will read your letter. Okay. Am I using the appropriate style and language for the recipient? Because it is not the same to write a letter to a colleague, yes, where you can use technical terms, yes. When you're writing a letter to a client, you shouldn't be using, at least in legal English, technical terms with a client unless you explain it to them, yes. Always think about the person who's going to be reading your letter. The register of the letter is important. Register means the tone and grade of your language. Yes. Am I being aggressive? Am I being too soft? Maybe. Yes. If you're writing to try to make a deal. Yes. If you're writing to another lawyer, the register of your letter will be different to a letter you're writing to a lawyer who has no legal knowledge at all. Whatever style you choose for your letter, you must remember to use the same style throughout the letter. Don't mix the styles in the same letter, as this is confusing. Be consistent. We will look at the register in more detail later in this unit. Okay, so the idea is remember who you're writing to, as you know, in Spanish, you know, no es lo mismo. It's not the same to write to another lawyer than to write to a client. Yes, and whatever tone you'll use in your letter, whatever it may be consistent and use it throughout. Yeah. Have I included the right amount of detail? Again, think about the person who will be reading the letter. If you're writing to a client with no legal knowledge, you will need to explain any legal vocabulary that you use. You should not need to do this if you're writing to another lawyer. Is all the information relevant, accurate, and clear? If you're writing a letter of advice, check whether you have covered all the main points. Have you answered any questions that has been raised? Your letter should be clear and unambiguous. See? Don't include a lot of unimportant details. Am I using the appropriate tone? For example, is the letter friendly, formal, helpful, or forceful? This is another part of register. In the same way as you use different tones of voice, yes? No es lo mismo empezar a hablar así fuerte que armar calmado, ¿no? Con paz y serenidad. Bueno, depending, so it's the same way as you different tones of voice when you speak to someone, depending on whether you are pleased, angry, disappointed, informative, etc. So the tone of your letter will vary. Yes. So because this is what you will want to express in your letter. Yes. You will have to make sure that you're using the right tone for the purpose of your letter. Yeah. Have I set out my letter in short, concise blocks. Eso es important, yes? No van a encontrar, you don't want to read a letter that has no punctuation or it's all in one block. What you want to find, for example, let me find you one. Okay, let me show you this. Yes, so this is a headed lettered paper. Yes, one of the firms I work. We send it to this. You got your reference, our reference, pre-action protocol, dear sirs, the claim. And then we've got, concise blocks, clear summary of facts. The facts are, it's not, it's friendly, we call it, reader friendly. Yes, because it's not just one concise block. It's divided into nice blocks. It's easy to read. Yes?
Okay.
Sense?
Yes.
We meant. Okay. So the short, concise blocks. Am I using a logical order of sentences and paragraph? You need to check that it's a natural flow throughout the letter. There should be logical links between the sentences and the paragraph. Of course, should make sense. Are my sentences the right lengths? If your sentences are too long, the reader will lose some of the detail. You must aim to use a maximum of 25 words in each sentence. Have I used accurate grammar and punctuation? Yes, remember to take your letter. Always reread your letters 2 or 3 times, yes, before sending it. Accuracy is very important for lawyers. Look for spelling errors, correct the use of prepositions that we all love. Accurate tenses. It is very important in a formal letter not to use contractions or short forms. So don't use don't, just do not, didn't, did not, I've, I have, I'm, I am. Yes?
Mm-hmm.
Any questions?
No.
No.
Bueno, now we're going to do putting a letter together. Some of the persons who have been coming to the class before, we've done this previously many times. For the ones joining today, it will be your first time, but this tends to appear a lot if you would be sitting for an exam. Yes, one of the exercises is that you've got a jumble mixed letter and you need to put it into the right order. Yes. Now you're going to have clues, yes, of when you start reading it, of why they go here or there. But let's have a go. Yes, so it says, here are the parts of a letter which has been jumbled up. It is a letter to a bank from one of the bank's customers. Put them in the correct order. Yes. So we're gonna look. It continues on the following page. Yes. So if you turn over the page, it'll carry on. So it's 303 and 304. Yes. So we're gonna start. Lautaro, ¿estás? Bueno, Diana. Diana.
Yes, the number 1.
Bueno, sí, ¿querés empezar? So take, all of you, before responding, take your time to read. You can read out loud, because the idea is I'll encourage you generally to read. I've taken the lead today because there are too many, and otherwise it will take a really, really long time. But my idea is that you practice as much as possible. Sorry, Diana.
No.
Yes,
I
we need to
think
put them in order.
I think number 1 is the recipient, the sender's address, and it's number J. J.
Ese es a donde va.
Okay, that's the recipient. No? Okay, so the sender is.
It is a letter to a bank, a bank from
To a bank.
one of the bank customers.
Okay, so I think it's the address, the sender's address, number B, 27 Lime Tree Avenue, Chatsworth, C847TL.
I completely agree. It will not be in a headed paper, yes, porque no la está mandando un law firm o ninguna institución, sino que la está mandando el bank customer, yes, un ciudadano común. So it actually 20B 27 Lime Tree Avenue, Chatsworth is the correct one. Does anyone understands or doesn't understand why? Please ask. Tell me.
Yeah.
Yes.
Makes sense.
Yes.
Of course.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
agree with her.
Perfect. What about Marcos, number 2, so the next one?
The next one. The next one is maybe the date or
I think it's a date. I don't know.
I go to the G. The manager.
G.
No.
The
Pero
manager.
espera. En vez de adivinar, andate a la página 293 cuando empezamos en el exercise 1 de layout of a letter. Fíjate que sigue ahí. Porque dijeron bien, the sender's address. What do we have in B?
A date, okay.
The date, you were right.
Yes.
The date.
So, see, the date. So number 2 is F. Yes?
F, the letter F.
5 June 20, whatever. Okay?
Okay.
Excellent. Leticia, what about 3? Or the next one, 3.
Okay, maybe it's J, the recipient details.
Who is?
The manager, HBCR Bank Peak,
No.
1 High Street.
Excellent.
J.
Yeah. So, ¿a quién le mandamos la carta? ¿Sí? The recipient's details que we said according to the instructions was to a bank, and you know, HSBC acá le cambiaron por HBCR Bank, yes? The manager, HBCR. So, we know this is the recipient's address and not the sender. The recipient's details are not the sender's address, yes?
Yes.
Excellent. Well done. What about Maria, the next one?
Hold on. Is it H, dear sir, my account, blah, blah, blah?
Indeed, well done. Yes. So if you go over there, you got the salutation and subject line, or subject line and salutation, which is actually that. Dear sir, my account number. So we know the reference, this letter is going to be in relation to her account number. Yes. As soon as we see that, we'll be able to establish that. Well done. Cecilia, what about the next one? Remember
the next one, yes.
Remember it continues on the other page.
Yes, the subject line. So
the subject line ya lo hizo. Fíjate que en la 4 que acabamos de hacer tenés Dear Sir y el subject line está en negrita. Por eso está en negrita.
Okay. So the body of the letter.
Yes.
It could be L. I'm writing with references. I'm writing with reference to my bank statement, date 31 May, which shows the account as being overdrawn. However, on checking the statement, it is clear that it contained an error.
11 points.
Okay.
Well done. Yes. Excellent. Yes. So she's explaining, yes, why she's writing the letter, which is exactly the same that we do in Spanish. Yes.
Yes.
Escribo con relación o en referencia a. ¿Sí? Bueno, the account being overdrawn. Anyone knows what overdrawn means? I know you guys, yes, but the new students might not know. So who is able to explain to them what overdrawn means? It's a way of practicing.
Sobregirado.
Sí.
Sobregiro.
Ah,
See,
okay.
overdrawn. So they withdraw more money than
Yes,
what she had in the account.
Okay.
So the account is in the red, we would say. See?
Yes.
Okay, excellent. Number 5. Nicole, what about the next one?
I believe that it is the continuum A.
Right. It appears that this amount of has been incorrectly debited from my account. I think so.
So,
I think
are
it's
you
A also.
sure? Why?
I'm between A or D, but I believe it's A because
I wanna. What? But
um,
why? Why A? Because I know you speak. I can see you speak perfect English. So if you read A,
okay, it appears that this amount of £3, 389.92.
yeah. But this amount. Why this amount? Where have you mentioned it before?
No. So it's
Yes.
D.
So it's D.
Yeah.
Yes, I got. Yeah.
Yes,
It
you
should.
show
So
on D. You show it shows a debit. The
Yeah,
same.
so it's D.
after number 6, it is actually D. Yes,
Okay.
she explained. Yes, on checking my statement, it is clear that it contains an error. So now she explains the error. It shows a debit of 398. If you choose A, it appears that this amount. The first thing I ask you is which amount. You haven't mentioned it previously. Yes.
True.
So it
Yeah.
shows a debit of 389 and 92 on 2 May. This transaction did not take place. However, I did use my debit card on the day to pay for a shirt which cost $38.99. I enclosed a copy of the debit card receipt which clearly shows this transaction. So it's there, after in the first paragraph she said why she was writing. She now explained what the error is about. Yes, so 6. Yes. And ¿quién más me falta? A ver, no participó. Andrea, number 7.
Sí.
¿Cuál sería el 7, Andrea?
Sí. Number 7. D, ¿no? Porque el I lo dijo recién. A.
El 10 es el 6.
El 6, entonces es el A. Pero tengo dudas porque como dice el G, dice I not placed about this. No sé si es el que va.
¿Cuál, perdón?
El G.
Bueno, the idea is that you read and we'll discuss it if
Porque estaba it show para mí es G.
Sí.
G.
Sí. Yes. Sí. Sí, para mí es G.
Y léela entero.
I'm not pleased about this. Please rectify this error immediately and refuse the refund. Yes, the £55 overdraft free to my account.
Okay.
Yo entiendo que va esto, porque después la respuesta dice it show a debit.
Okay, and why not A? Why don't you read A completely and then decide? It appears that the amount of if we read A completely, you can decide. It appears that this amount of 389.92 has been incorrectly debited from my account. This resulted in me, rather my, being overdrawn on my account at the end of the month. You have then charged me a fee of $25 for an unauthorized overdraft. And then you have G. I'm not pleased about it. Please rectify this error immediately and refund me the £25 overdraft. fee to my account. So after D, which is number 6, which one should follow, A or G? What do you think?
For me, it's the she, but it's a D.
Sí. Okay.
For me, I don't know. I think in Spanish maybe, pero.
Está bien, está bien, está bien, está bien. Anyone, do you do the rest agree, or do you think?
I disagree with her.
No,
You disagree.
Yeah.
Basically, it follows A. So number 7
Yes.
is la A. The reason why it's because it carries on explaining yes what happens. So that's why in el 6 it says it shows a debit of 389, and then she says it appears this amount. Ahí sí ya lo acaba de mencionar al amount y hacer referencia al que acabas de mencionar. Y después ella explica que eso resultó en que a ella le cobraran 25 pounds en fee.
Y que está en desacuerdo.
Y está en desacuerdo. Y después sí, el 8 va a ser I'm not pleased about it. Claro. Una vez que ya expliqué, terminé de explicar, yes, then number 8 will be G. I'm not pleased about it. Please rectify the error and refund me the 25 pounds overdraft.
Okay.
Okay?
Sí. That I understand.
Okay. Leticia, ¿o hay alguien que no participó hasta ahora que me haya comido en esta, que no le haya preguntado? Leticia. How about number 9 or the next one?
¿Qué número estamos?
Sería la 9.
9.
I look forward.
Sorry, but I didn't listen the last part, so I'm a bit.
So sorry. So we said that number 6 is D, number 7 is A, and number 8 is G. I'm not pleased about it. Please rectify this error immediately and refund the 25 pounds overdraft fee to my account.
Okay. So now the complementary clause, maybe?
Pero ¿no te queda algo antes del complementary clause? Hay un sentence que quedó ahí perdido.
I look forward.
Yes, I look forward to hearing from you with confirmation that this error has been corrected. Yes?
Yeah.
I look forward to hearing from you is a very used expression. Yes? I look forward to plus ing, yes, basically. I look forward to doing, I look forward to seeing you, I look forward to hugging you, I look forward to dining with you, or whatever. So number 9, it's I for India. Then, yes, number 10 is going to be E for echo, yours faithfully, which is the complementary clause. Yes. Then we have G Hardwick.
Yes, K.
And K Gary Hardwick. Yes.
Yes. Sí.
Sí. Does it make sense?
Yes. Yes.
Okie dokie.
Okie dokie.
A bit more. The register of letter writing. A ver si llegamos. ¿Cómo estamos? Porque vieron, esta es una unidad muy larga, chicos. Ahí estamos. Bueno, estamos bien, yo creo que estamos bien. Bueno, ¿se acuerdan that today, just a minute ago, when we were seeing the body of the letter, we talk about register? Yes, like it was important, the register, the tone, yes, to be consistent. Yes. So basically, we are going to explore on that. Yes. So register refers to the style, you know, aggressive, formal, friendly, and tone of your letter. The register that you will use will change depending on who you're writing to. Yeah, if you're writing to another lawyer, you can use legal vocabulary in your letter and write in a more formal style. But if you're writing to a client who has no legal knowledge, you will use a different register. Yes, you will need to explain, in this case, any legal vocabulary, perhaps a more personal style rather than formal. Okay.
Okay.
Now, let's have a look. Esta está buena, está buena. Look at these 3 sentences. Exercise 1. A lawyer is writing a letter to another lawyer about the sale of a house. The sentences each contain the same information, expressed in different ways. Match each sentence with the different styles listed in the blue box. So, tenemos 3 different styles. If you have a look, you've got modern plain English as used by professional lawyers, que es lo que queremos, como quisiéramos escribir, ¿sí? Simple and professional sentences, eso es lo que no quieren. Y después tienen el old-fashioned overlong sentence, ¿sí?
Okay.
Entonces tenemos plain, normal, formal English, modern plain English, unprofessional or too old-fashioned. Okay? So, Cecilia, would you like to read A?
Yes. I have the pleasure of enclosing herewith the draft sale and purchase agreement in respect of the property I I'm employed.
Hereinafter,
Hereinafter, known as 25 Laurel Way,
Laurel Way,
Catchworth, for your
perusal.
Trouble again.
So this is, I have the pleasure of enclosing herewith the draft sale and purchase agreement in respect of the property hereinafter known as 25 Laurel Way, Chatsworth, for your perusal. Eso es very, very posh. ¿No?
Yes.
¿Cómo les suena este? Simple, modern, plain, or
Old-fashioned.
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 A full, ¿no? Tienen todos los tics. Bueno, tienen varias palabras que son old-fashioned, like herewith, hereinafter, for your perusal. Yes?
From the UK for the posh.
Es ultra posh. Okay. Then you've got B. Leticia, would you like to read it?
Yes. With this letter, I have included the first version of the sale document regarding the house 25 Laurel Way, Chatsworth. The modern. Plain,
bueno, pero espera, hace una cosa, lee el C también, así
okay.
Comparar.
The letter C is, I am pleased to enclose the draft contract in respect of 25 Laurel Way, Chatsworth. Well,
the property.
I think the C is simple. But
C, which one do you think is simple and which you think is modern plain English?
It's the letter C is more colloquial.
Okay. Why?
Because I am pleased to enclose, it's so informal. And I don't know if it's you think it's a modern.
Bueno, number C is the modern plain English. Yes,
okay.
That is what you should aspire to read. There are a couple of things there. First of all, I am pleased to, está perfecto. Sí. Cuando decís with this letter, eso no existe casi en inglés. ¿Sí? Eso es una traducción de argentinismo. Sin querer, con esta carta le incluyo, no. I am pleased, please find attached. El please acá es como, no sé, es religioso, ¿no? Como el asado del domingo para nosotros, más o menos. Todo, y es más, yo me acuerdo cuando yo era trainee les cuento esto, porque yo, por ejemplo, escribía, can you send me a copy of the contract, please? ¿Viste? Medio como decíamos en español, ¿me mandás el contrato, por favor? Y yo iba, si alguno tiene experiencia en estudios grandes, viste vos como trainee, lo escribís, se lo llevabas al associate, el associate se lo lleva al partner, y después va a ellos y te tendrán a corregir. Y siempre me corregían y me decían el please primero. Y yo tenía, la verdad que ya estaba cansado que me corrigían, le digo, tenemos diferentes estilos, ¿por qué me lo corregí? Yo tengo derecho a tener mi estilo. Y ellos me dicen, no. Vos tenés que escribir primero el please y después el resto de la oración. No se dice las cosas, no se piden las cosas y después el please. Bueno, entonces siempre que vos escuches I am pleased o please, está perfecto, ¿sí? I am pleased to enclose, yes, you enclose a document. Esto ya lo vimos con otras partes del close, pero con el letter you enclose documents, in an email you attach, yes. Si fuera un email, dices I am pleased to attach, yes. Y después tenés al final a defined term, ¿sí? Pues a partir de ahora sabemos que 25 Laurel Chatsworth Worth es the property, que empieza con P mayúscula. Eso es algo típico de los abogados, ¿sí? Le hacemos un defined term para después no tenemos que escribir siempre 25 Laurel Welch Chatsworth. Directamente ponemos the property. Yes? So el C es el modern plain English. Yes? B is too simple, it's very informal. Any questions? No? Okay. Let's have a go. Exercise 2. Nicole, would you like to do number A?
Yes. In the following examples, which is the modern professional style of writing? A. 1. I act for Frank Edmonds. 2. I'm working for Frank Edmonds. And 3. I have been appointed to represent Mr. Frank Edmonds. I believe that 3 is professional writing.
Which one?
Number 3.
Number 3 would be the old-fashioned.
Okay, old-fashioned.
Sí, estas son medias más difíciles, no se crean.
Okay.
I've been appointed, sí, that would be the old-fashioned. I'm working for, ¿qué sería?
Modern, and I act for Frank, it's simple.
It's the other way around. I act for, it would be the modern plain, and I'm working for is informal.
Okay.
I act for, I represent, yes.
Okay.
Bueno, B, Cecilia.
Yes. I'm writing to ask you the cost of your accountancy services. 2. The purpose of this letter is to make inquiries about the level of the fees that you charge pertaining to accountancy services rendered.
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 Render
3.
significa provided. Yes.
Okay. 3. I'm writing to inquire your fees in respect of accountancy services. I am writing to inquire about your fees in respect of accountancy services. For me, it's mother.
Perfect. Yes. Number 1, I'm writing to ask about, to informal. The purpose of this letter is to make about inquiry, the fees pertain, very old fashioned. Si la ven muy larga, algunas palabras raras, ahí pueden descartar. A veces es difícil encontrar el punto justo. Yes. But I'm writing to inquire about your fees in respect of accountancy services is perfect. Yes. So it is actually the modern plain way of writing. Maria, what about C?
Wait. Number C is, please provide me the following documents. Kindly how do you pronounce that? Furnish.
Furnish
Furnish me with the following documents. And can you send me these documents? Okay. I think that kindly furnish me with the following documents, blah, 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 should be old-fashioned.
Yes, I agree.
Then
Think about the please. Think about the
please, or can you send me these documents? I think that has to be with a simple and professional sentence.
Simple and unprofessional, yes, because it doesn't have please. Please provide me with the
But
following
please
documents.
provide me the following document. Has to be a modern plain English as used by professionals.
Exactly. Esto sirve bastante porque, por ejemplo, acá tienen oraciones que ustedes pueden adaptar en realidad y para casos que vayan teniendo. So, I'm writing to inquire about, y después puede ser que el about varíe, ¿no? En este caso fue for fees, pero puede ser por otra cosa. O I act for, eso es una cosa que ustedes van a decir mucho, ¿no? I'll act for this client, yes. Please provide me with the following documents. The following documents pueden ser después cualquiera, pero the way you will write that from now on, yes, it's important. So about the Matías.
Regarding your letter writing on 15 November, thus setting out accusation about my client, with reference to your communication of 15 inch, which pertains to alleged activities by my client, I refer to your letter of 15 November 20, which contains various allegations against my client. I think could be I refer to your letter of 15 November, which contains various allegations against my client. I think
Matías, I think you're right, actually. Yes, so number 3 is the modern way of writing. I refer to your letter of, yes, 15 November. I refer to your letter dated 15 November, which contained various allegations against my client. O sea, alegaciones, ¿no? Number 2, what do you think? What would be? With reference to your communications which pertains to alleged activities by my client. What do you think? That would be. I think that would be old-fashioned.
Old-fashioned.
And instead, number D, yes, would be actually simple and professional regarding your letter. Si la traducimos al español, en realidad para nosotros no sería la D, estaría correcta, pero en inglés es un poco más formal, no sé si le captan la onda. ¿Sí? Bueno, pero no too formal que sea old fashion, ¿viste? Es una también a question of balance. And what about E? Lautaro, ¿me escuchás? ¿Estás? ¿Marcos?
Hola, profe, ¿me escuchas?
Ah, acá, bien, ¿cómo estás?
¿Cómo estás?
Te llamé un par de veces, no sé.
Sí, no, te agradezco por ofrecerme la participación, que estaba complicado con el micrófono y todo. Es más, no sé si se escucha con mucho eco.
Sí, se escucha bien, se escucha bien.
Buenísimo.
Dale, how we go entonces.
Okay, I go with the E, right?
Yeah.
Bueno, I await hearing from you with all expedition. Please contact me as soon as possible. And can you call me, please? So the modern professional is please contact me as soon as possible. Suenan todas medias informales.
Please contact me as soon as possible.
No.
Me parece que coincido completamente. Esa es el modern plain English. I await hearing from you with all expedition would be old-fashioned.
Yes.
And then, can you call me, please? Lo explico. Recuérdense que a mí me retaban porque no les ponía el please adelante. Yes. So that one would be simple and unprofessional. Can you call me, please? Yes. Please contact me as soon as possible. Yes. Lo que sí no queda también es si vos ponés please contact me ASAP. El short version en ASAP, which means as soon as possible. Yes. Ese está un poco peor mal visto. So always write as soon as possible completely, if it makes sense.
Sí, eso está aclarado, creo, que ya lo vimos en algún parrafito, el tema de no usar muchas
Sí, they're
abreviaciones.
not concise, don't,
Exacto,
do
don't.
not, don't, yes, exactly. Pero particularmente con el ASAP, no sé por qué es una cosa así que si es ASAP, está medio maleducada. Sí.
Perdón, profe, entonces tiene que ser plain, pero polite.
Sí, siempre polite. Politeness in the UK is the first thing.
El ADN.
Que te diga Andrea que estuvo en Oxford. Ok, bueno, si quieren nos estiramos y hacemos
Perdón,
el
una
ejercicio
consulta.
3.
Una
Nos va a llevar
consulta.
1 o 2 minutos más de las 4. Sí.
Perdón, ¿puedo hacer
No,
una
no,
consulta?
dale. Sí, por
¿Cuál es
supuesto.
la que se usa más asiduamente? Please contact me to WhatsApp. ¿Cuál es la que más se usa en la juerga hoy en día?
Pero para en la...
Al final, claro. I waiting here for
please
you.
contact me as soon as possible. Please contact me
Esa es la
as
que
soon
se
as
usa
possible.
más.
Sí,
Ok.
sí.
Thank you.
Vos sabés que el please primero siempre, así que si lo ves ahí ya es un indication that is this the correct one. Bueno, let's have a go at exercise 3. We might be 2 or 3 minutes more, yes, after the class, if it's okay. So it says, read the following letter, which contains a mix of styles. Look at the underlined phrases. Some phrases are too informal and others are too old-fashioned. Replace each of the underlined phrases with one of the phrases from the blue box so that the register of the letter is consistent modern style. There is an example at the beginning. So we've got, I read it, your dispute with Total Kitchens. I have now received a response from Total Kitchens to the letter that you told me to write for you. Now we'll say that I wrote on your behalf. Yes? I am afraid that the manager of the company has denied your allegations that they have broken their promise to you. What other expressions here can mean to broken their promise to you? Consider that the court will agree, claim damages,
Fail to respond.
Contract. Sorry?
Fail to respond. Maybe.
That they breach their contract with you,
number 4.
fail to respond, contact me. Diana vas por breach their contract with you. I'll agree, yes. So I'm afraid that the manager of the company has denied your allegations that they have breached their contract with you. See? Exactly. Under the circumstances, I suggest that we start a case in the court. I suggest that
8.
I'll sue you.
Yes, that we take legal action. Yes, that is number 8. That we take legal action in order to ask for some money for your losses, in order to
Claim damages.
No.
claim damages. In order to claim damages. Damages is compensation. Excellent. Having looked at the evidence that you have given me, I deem that the court will concur with you and find in your favor.
Number one, consider that the court will agree.
I consider that the court will agree. I consider that the court will agree. I must tell you that according to current civil procedure rules, we have got to send Total Kitchens what is known as a letter before action. Before we actually begin any legal proceedings, we have got to.
We must.
We must. We must send Total Kitchens. This letter gives them one final chance to acknowledge your claim and make us an offer and settle the matter. If they do not avail themselves of this opportunity to act in these ways, then we are able to proceed with our claim. They...
Claim damages.
Pero ya usamos claim damages en el C.
Ah, yes, sorry.
Ahí sí, la 5.
Muy bien. If they fail to respond, then we are able to proceed with our claim. ¿Sí? G. Kindly furnish me with your confirmation that I should send this letter before action.
Please confirm your... Sorry, please
well
confirm your
done,
instruction.
both of you. Yes, please confirm your instructions that I should send this letter before action. Please do not hesitate to
contact me.
Contact me.
Contact me.
¿Será raining?
To
contact me. Or visit me.
Contact me.
Contact me. If I can.
Number 6.
Sincerely, Christopher Dobson.
Perfect.
Okay.
Okay.
How was this? ¿Cómo les resultó esta última? Bueno, empieza.
Todo parece que está bien, porque tiene sentido.
Claro.
Bueno, pero vos pensá, Diana, que vos ya ahora tenés bastante experiencia en armar estas cartitas, que ellos pobres es la primera, así que vienen muy bien. Bueno, we came to an end of today's class. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I think we meet next class next Wednesday, if I remember rightly. It is also for another 3 hours.
3 hours.
And then we'll finish
Yes.
with model letter writing. The good thing is the next class, we're not going to have the technical issues of the book that we just had on the first class. So we won't spend time on that. Anyway, excellent to meet you all. And if you do have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact me. I don't know if you have all been added now to the WhatsApp group. But do so join, and well, I hope you enjoy the class, and I'll see you. Any questions before I go?
No.
Excellent. Okay, see you all next week.
See ya.
Hasta luego, buena semana.
See you.
Bye.